In Xero, the imported bank transactions are on the left of the screen, and you match to or create the transactions on the right-hand side of the screen. At the end of the reconciliation, the statement balance and the balance in Xero should agree. The top transactions that we can see here is where Xero has matched a bank statement line to an invoice awaiting receipt. Clicking OK will allocate the receipt against the sales invoice, so it will no longer show as outstanding. Xero has also matched to a payment, which could indicate a check that has already been allocated against the invoice directly. Again, all we need to do is click OK, and this will verify the payment against the invoice. The next transaction down for Smart Agency is a payment to the supplier for more than one invoice, which is why it has not matched automatically on the right-hand side and not highlighted in green. We need to match these invoices ourselves, and we do this using the Find and Match option on the right-hand side of your screen. Search for the supplier on the right-hand side and select the invoices that are due to be paid. Once you have selected all invoices that add up to the amount that's being paid or received in the bank, you will be able to reconcile by clicking OK. Just to mention here as well, if ever you need to allocate a part payment to an invoice, that is what the split option is here for. So select the invoice on the left-hand side, select split, and then you will be able to allocate how much you have paid of this invoice in the reconciliation. If ever you need to let your accountant or bookkeeper know what something is in the bank reconciliation, or you are unsure where to reconcile this to yourself, the Discuss tab can be used here to leave such comments and keep everything in the appropriate place alongside the bank transaction. Here at the top of the screen for Ridgeway Banking Corporation, Xero has remembered where this transaction was posted last time and suggested the same treatment here on the right-hand side. This is what we call an auto-suggestion, so all I need to do is click OK if I am happy with the same treatment. If not, I can change all of the information on the right-hand side so it is just a suggestion, not a permanent suggestion that I must accept. I am happy with the suggestion, so I am going to click OK. For a new transaction that has come through the bank this time that does not already have an auto-suggestion, what we can do is easily code this item. All I have to do is add a name, select an account code, and add an optional description if I so wish. Clicking OK will reconcile this transaction, and the next time I see one of these transactions, it will automatically suggest the same treatment. Let me show you how this works by refreshing my screen, as there is another Cooper Street Bakery transaction lower down. As you can see here, the Cooper Street Bakery transaction now has the same auto suggestion. So what I can do here is click OK and accept this treatment. There is a quicker way and a better way that we can automate this process, and there is another general expense for parking that I will set up something called a bankroll for. Anything that does not need to be matched to an invoice awaiting payment or receipt, or your personal expense claim awaiting payment, so just a general expense, can have a bankroll set up for it. All we need to do for Central City Parking is click the hyperlink Create Rule. There are a number of steps that we need to follow here. By clicking Create Rule on the bank transaction line, it's automatically put in Payee equals Central City Parking. Please bear in mind that equals can be quite restrictive on the bank transactions, so if you would like to change this to contains, just to be sure the bank rule picks up the bank transaction, then that may be the best option here. In section 2, we have a number of options again for the contact. We can leave the contact will be the payee, so the contact will be here, Central City Parking. Or if we wanted to allocate all different parking, such as Central City Parking, NCP, and other types of parking that we pay, we could set up an existing or new contact and call this parking to keep all of the parking transactions all together. But for this example, I'm going to keep this as the payee name. In section 4, I can tell Xero where to post the parking transactions. I can give it a description of parking, I can choose an account code, and I can pick a tax rate. I am going to choose this rule to run on all bank accounts within Xero, just in case I pay for parking on more than one of my bank cards. The rule has already been given an appropriate title, so I do not need to change this. What I can do now is save, and then my bank rule will be allocated against the appropriate bank transactions. Now I can see that there is a central city parking transaction in the middle and at the bottom of the screen, and all I need to do is click OK to allocate the bank rule, and it will be posted off to travel.